Hello everyone, today we are going to present about the mental health problem of college students during COVID-19 pandemic. Our group consists of me, Alicia, Sofa, Zaki, and Zidan. Next, please.
Okay, so our topic will be mental health problem of college students during COVID-19 pandemic. Next, there are some factors that support us to take this topic. The first is that within our society, the awareness about mental health issue is still low. People is more consider about their physical more than their mental health. Besides, in this pandemic situation, the effect is not only about the physical health, but also the mental health. Pandemic has broke many mental health problems such as anxiety, fear, and etc. Due to the quarantine, isolation, and then social distancing that will cause loneliness, increasing stress level, and also depression. The next is that we choose uh, young people, which is a college student, as our target because young people is the group of age that is affected the most by the pandemic. Uh, in terms of mental health, generally, teenagers very often to find their emotions unstable. Thus, the pressure from the pandemic can worsen them. We took college student is as the target because college student may feel much pressure on them on their social life, education, work, career, and etc. Next.
Okay, the next slide is about what are the negative stigma that oftenly received by the people who suffer mental illness. So, as we are conduct the interview before, the interviewee said during the interview that they are some friends who give the negative stigma for her. For example, they told her that she wasn't close enough to God, which is lack of worship, and also like she was lazy and she was a moody person. In addition, there are also several negative stigma for people who suffer mental illness, such as the introvert person means that antisocial, people with bipolar sometimes called crazy or insane, depression caused by lack of faith uh, or lack of gratitude, and someone with mental disorder will not success, and uh, busy with her word called autism. Okay.
Next, first of all, what is bipolar disorder? Bipolar disorder is a mental health condition or mental illness that causes extreme mood swings that include emotional high, mania or hypomania, and lows or depression. Type of mental illness bipolar disorder episodes are mania and depression. The first is mania. Mania, when a person suffers from bipolar disorder in mania episode, people may have a high energy and think that they can do a lot of things at once. While in depressive episode, they may feel very sad, down, hopeless, and lost interest in almost all activity. Next, please. In our interview, we are going to interview a person who has a mental health problem. She is a Sampurna University student who has bipolar 2 disorder. It's a type of bipolar disorder that less severe, and we call her as Miss R. She was diagnosed with bipolar disorder in 12th grade, and the disorder not only affected her daily life, but also her academic performance. Bipolar has two episodes, like I explained before, depressive and manic episode. In the manic episode, she feels full of energy, and when her mood shifts to depressive, she often feels hopeless, which affects her academic life. Next, we are going to listen to a podcast with Miss R. We hope that by listening to this podcast, everyone can gain new knowledge and insight. Thank you.
Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. Perkenalkan, nama saya Shofa Rizky Ramadhania, from Accounting Faculty of Business Cohort 2020, selaku interviewer pada kesempatan kali ini. Sebelumnya, izinkan saya memperkenalkan teman-teman satu tim dari mata kuliah Social Problem. Teman-teman, dipersilakan.
Perkenalkan, saya Lysia Listiani Tania dari Program Studi Manajemen Cohort 2020.
Perkenalkan, nama saya Muhammad Ahsanul Zidan dari Program Studi Computer Science Cohort 2020.
Perkenalkan, nama saya Zaki Ahmed dari Program Studi Manajemen Cohort 2020.
Oke, baiklah. Topik pembahasan kali ini mengenai mental health problem of college students during COVID-19 pandemic. Nah, di sini saya akan menanyakan beberapa pertanyaan kepada narasumber kita. Oke, langsung saja. Bisakah ceritakan secara singkat tentang gimana sih gangguan yang saat ini kamu alami?
Actually, aku tuh udah punya mental illness since I was in junior high school. So my first diagnosis is anxiety disorder. Waktu itu aku masih kelas 8 SMP and I go to psychologist a lot, terus ke psychiatrist, and I have got a lot of medicine pills sampai aku SMA kelas 11 aku berhenti. And after that aku pikir udah baik-baik saja kan, karena kayak ya menurut dokternya juga aku udah nggak menunjukkan gejala apapun. So terus semenjak aku kelas 12 sampai aku kuliah, mungkin itu kayak repeat lagi terjadi lagi kan, like something that's kayak gitu. Terus waktu bulan November tahun lalu aku diagnosis by bipolar affective tingkat 2. So bipolar itu ada 2 episode. Mungkin buat orang-orang ngira bipolar itu cuman kayak gangguan mood ya, kalau yang bener kayak cuman moodian gitu. But it's actually not. Kayak bipolar itu have 2 episode gitu. Jadi ada episode depresif dan episode manik. So ketika lagi manik itu tuh kayak a person that have bipolar itu kayak ngerasa banyak energi buat do a lot of things. Itu bisa memicu juga impulsive things. Misalnya nih aku personally aku pernah di mood dimana aku pengen banget ngerombak kamarku. So aku dalam sehari, even dalam seminggu aku bisa ngecat kamarku sendiri, and I bought a lot of by my money, kayak I spend a lot of my money gitu. So itu just impulsively aku juga nggak sadar. Terus ketika kayak udah sadar uangku kemana kayak gitu, something like that. Terus itu episode manic, and also there's episode depresif. So episode depresif ini kalau buat aku biasanya lebih lama rentang waktunya. Ada orang-orang yang depresif episodenya cuma 1 minggu, tapi kalau buat aku itu bisa berbulan-bulan. It's like kalau buat aku bisa sampai 1 bulan sampai 3 bulan, or aku pernah juga di episode manic hampir setengah tahun gitu.
Tadi berarti kamu mulai ada gangguan mental health issue itu dari SMP berarti ya?
Iya benar.
Itu yang anxiety ya. Terus kayak kalau yang kayak bipolar gitu? Startnya mulai kapan?
SMA aku kelas 12.
Terus bagaimana kamu menyadari bahwa ternyata kamu itu menderita gangguan bipolar?
Itu aku nggak sadar ya, itu aku dapatkan diagnosis itu dari psikiatris aku. Jadi aku bukan someone yang kayak suka self claim gitu. Aku pasti periksa gitu karena as a human aku kayak sadar aja gitu. Oh mungkin this is something that not right with me. Kayak I have a lot of suicidal thought, kayak pengen bunuh diri and something like that. Sorry, it's really triggering someone kayak gitu. And then I got a lot of kayak self-harm, something like that. Ya, so aku karena ngerasa kayak wah ini kayaknya udah nggak benar, so I think karena mengganggu juga kan, so kayak I think I just go to psychiatrist dan gitu deh. Aku dapat diagnose as a bipolar. Karena sebelum aku didiagnosa aku nggak tahu kalau aku bipolar.
Berarti bipolar itu mengganggu aktivitas hidup kamu ya? Maksudnya
Sangat.
kayak sangat ya. Kamu ada kayak poin di mana itu kayak benar-benar ngeganggu banget gitu loh. Ada sampai di poin itu nggak? Okay.
Ada, apalagi kalau misalnya lagi banyak-banyaknya tugas and aku suddenly ada di episode depresif, itu bakal ganggu banget karena satu aku nggak bahkan ya buat ngurus diriku sendiri aja aku nggak mampu gitu loh, apalagi kalau aku harus belajar. Itu aku harus ngulang matkul.
Apakah di situasi pandemi ini justru malah memperburuk kondisi mental kamu atau sebaliknya?
Gimana ya? Menurutku tidak juga sih. Depend gitu. Kalau aku, kalau sebelumnya waktu masih kita online class, belum ngekos ya, belum hybrid. Itu sangat soalnya gimana ya, someone with mental illness tuh need a supportive environment, supportive friend, something like that. Terus kayak waktu di rumah tuh aku benar-benar nggak punya seseorang pun yang dukung aku gitu loh. Jadi ya kalau ketika itu ya banget sangat mempengaruhi. Tapi kalau misalnya punya supportive friend, mungkin itu nggak akan terlalu berasa sih. So it depends on sedang di mana aja gitu.
Bagaimana stigma negatif yang mempengaruhi seseorang yang memiliki gangguan bipolar? Maksudnya kayak kamu tuh dapat stigma negatif gitu-gitu nggak sih dari sekeliling kamu atau nggak kayak dari saudara kamu, teman-teman kamu kayak gitu?
Kalau aku ya, kalau saudara mereka nggak tahu karena aku dari dulu kalau konsul sendiri, aku nggak pernah sama orang tuaku. Jadi basically my family nggak tahu kalau aku punya mental illness. Kalau friends ada, aku kayaknya udah beberapa kali cut off orang karena ya mereka kayak stigma gini. Lo tuh cuman kurang nggak dekat sama Tuhan gitu, kayak jarang ibadah gitu-gitu. Pasti
ya, aku
itu
pernah
sering
denger
banget
kayak gitu sih.
Iya, sering banget itu. Terus ada juga yang bilang kayak lebay, itu cuma mudian gitu. But kayak yang aku udah jelasin di awal itu tuh sangat berbeda. Perbedaannya ya lumayan kelihatan lah antara mudian sama episode-episode yang udah aku jelaskan di awal. Kayak gitu sih, yang stigma yang sering itu ya karena kurang ibadah dan dibilang lebay aja gitu.
Bagaimana cara kamu mengatasi bipolar kamu sendiri, atau kayak stres, kecemasan, atau mungkin kayak depresi akibat situasi pandemi ini? Kan yang kayak sebelumnya kayak depends juga sih sebenarnya.
Kalau aku pribadi, aku punya beberapa terapi. Itu yang terapi yang disaranin sama psikiatrisku. Terus buat tambahan, karena kadang bipolar itu gimana ya, nggak bisa dikontrol aja gitu kapan datangnya. So itu aku punya beberapa pills, kayak ada obat yang bisa diresepkan buat jaga hormon endorphins di otak biar tidak moodnya tidak tidak seroller coaster itu tiba-tiba naik turun gitu, jadi masih bisa dijaga. Terus ya itu aja sih kalau aku. Terus ya meet my friend, ketemu orang-orang sih yang buat kayak masih ada di dunia gitu loh.
Last question, bagaimana reaksi orang-orang terdekat seperti keluarga dan teman ketika mengetahui bahwa kamu mengidap bipolar? Bukan yang pertanyaan sebelumnya kan kayak stigma negatif kan. Kalau ini lebih ke reaksinya gitu.
Kalau reaksi, my friend suportif aja sih kayaknya.
Berarti lingkungan sekitar lebih kayak mendukung, kayak ayo you can do it, atau
kayak gitu.
Akhirnya kita sudah sampai di penghujung acara. Terima kasih banyak kepada narasumber kita atas acara hari ini. Thank you semuanya.